I'm Wesley Shank at the Family Cow Farm, and today it's my privilege to show you how to cut up a whole chicken. So what we got here is one of our medium birds. Like all of our chickens, truly pastured, chemical-free, and soy-free. When we say truly pastured, that means that we are moving these chickens to fresh grass and bugs every day. When we say chemical-free, that means these birds are never exposed to any type of chemicals. They're raised in our own certified organic pastures. The supplemental feed that we give them is organically grown, and in the butchering process, they don't get anywhere near a chlorine bath. And as I mentioned, soy-free. Everything we sell at the Family Cow is 100% soy-free. So let's get into the cutting up of this bird here. Start by stretching the legs a little bit just to get things loosened up. Pull them apart. Make a cut in through here to loosen things up, and then we'll be ready to cut these legs off. Loosened up good. And flip the bird over. Here's where we go to pop the legs out of joint, so it makes it easier for cutting them off. So if you can feel where the leg moves, you can flex it a little, see where the joint is. Up here on the top, put your thumb right on that spot that moves and just kind of pull up while you push down with your thumbs. So you can feel it pop out of joint there. And you can see here, the leg joint is now free to move. So we'll pull this up, come in with the knife, and if you're pulling out on the leg, the joint should be apart by about ½ inch. So pull the leg out, bring your knife in through here, straight through the joint, wiggle it around a little to find the proper place, and then cut back straight past the tail. We got that leg separated. Then we'll just spin the bird here a little bit and come in again from the other side. Again, hold the leg up so it pulls the joint apart. Find the joint with your knife, straight through there, and again, we'll come right back past the tail. We got that separated off. Now, so we got two legs here. Let me just lay them over here, give me a little more space to work with. Got the legs separated. Now let's go for the wings. There's a nice line right in here. We'll cut that and be pulling out on the wing as you make this cut. That way, if you're pulling out, it basically falls through the joint as you hit that properly with your knife. So get that, cut right through, and spin it around. Do the same thing on this side. Once again, there's a little bit of a line you can see. Pull the wing out, make a little cut so you can find the joint, and you cut right through and get the wing separated. Next, we're ready to separate the breast from the necks and back here. So I cut the skin just a little right here to make it easier to see what I'm doing. And you can see the ribs. So we're going to try to keep most of the ribs on the back side of the necks and backs portion here of the frame. So if you can see this yellow line here, so there's a fat line. That's about right where we're cutting, maybe slightly on the breast side of that. So I'll do this side first here, so I have more space to reach through. And just takes a little bit of force, straight down through. You don't need to cut it the whole way down, but as long as you're through all the ribs, we can lay the knife down and just pull this apart. It kind of pops the bones a little there. So you can pull that fairly easily with your hands. So get that pulled through on the bone. There's just a little bit of skin here left to cut, and we'll just cut that with a knife. And we got the chicken parted out. If this is the farthest you want to go, that's great. If you want to split it into thighs and drumsticks, that's what comes next. So now on the thighs and drumsticks, there is a pretty nice pattern right into the meat. There's a little line on the drumstick and the thigh. Right in between there's a fat line. If you cut just very slightly on the drumstick side of that, maybe a ½ inch, that's about exactly where the joint is. That one's done, and we can do it again on this side. Just slightly on the drumstick side of the fat line, right through. You got it, drumsticks and thighs. Chicken breast, make some awesome eating. Thigh meat and drum meat, this dark meat is super high in omega-3s. They're one of my favorite for the juiciness and flavor. And of course your wings, get some good sauce on there, they're awesome. And the chicken necks and backs. These are great for making your own homemade chicken broth. So there you go, chicken's all caught up, ready for whatever meal you choose.